Okay, welcome back. The next thing we have to do now is draw our tabs in here. And we're going to start with one tab, and then you can repeat that step 4 times if you'd like. But what we need to know is our tabs are 3/4 of an inch away from our fold line here. So we can use our offset tool again. It's just going to make it easy for us. Select the object to offset. It's going to be this one. Select the point or side to offset. But I don't want to do this one in half, so I want to click on it again, and it should ask me the distance. Okay, so my distance is going to be 3/4 of an inch or 0.75. Enter. Now I'm going to click on my fold line here and bring it out. So that's going to split this in half. That's 7.75 away from here. Now what we need to do is we need to have this line coming at an angle here, but we need to have a specific spot 1/4 of an inch down. So I can't just draw that line, I need to mark this spot. You know, if we're going to do this twice, what we can do is we can offset this line here 1/4 of an inch, or I can draw a line from here down 1/4 of an inch. Now I have to worry about it clicking in, so I'm going to turn on my ortho mode here so that I make sure I lock in, and I'm just going to drag my mouse down, but I'm going to type in 0.25, okay, 1/4 of an inch. Now if you notice, that locks my mouse in here. Even though ortho mode's still on, it will let me click on this intersection and put in my angle here. So that's one way to do it. So I can do that. I'll do the same thing again. I'll go here, I'll go up now, 0.25, enter. That locks it in 1/4 of an inch, and go down. So if you like that strategy, just go all the way around, okay, and do the same thing. Now, what I can do is I can clean this corner up so that it doesn't look so confusing. And I don't get so lost on here. If I go up to my Modify tab, I'm going to grab my Trim tools, and I can get rid of everything that I don't really need. I can click one by one, okay? We want to keep this tab. There's 2 lines there now. Or I can click here and draw a line through there, and it will delete everything that I don't need here. Okay, so that's another strategy. And then I'm going to trim that out. So what we want it to look like is this tab like this. Okay, so you can go and do that on the other parts here. I'm going to demonstrate if I wanted to use a 1/4 inch offset. Maybe that might be easier for you. So I can go offset. I'm going to go 0.25 for 1/4 inch, and I'm going to offset this one up and down. Okay, and then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to offset this 0.75 to bring this out to the side. Okay, so now we have all our points, but you just have to understand that that gets a little complicated, and it's easy to get confused. But if I look on this side, it's going to be typical, so I can kind of use that as a guide. So I can go 1 to 2 and then enter. I can go back to line, and I can go 1 to 2 and enter. Okay, so I'm going to let you go through, and when I get that done, let's delete these offset lines that I put in there because I don't need those, and I'm going to clean this up. So I'm going to go back to my Trim tool, which is a scissors icon, and I can draw some lines through here. I don't need any of those. Don't need any of those. Okay, and that. So my top tabs are all cleaned up. I'm going to leave these lines in the bottom. Okay, and so you can repeat those steps down here and make your 1/4 inch lines. But if you don't want to do that, I'm going to hit escape to get out of that tool. I'm going to show you one other tool. Just some people really like this tool, and it will simplify things in the long run. I'm going to grab a line, and I'm going to drag it from the midpoint here. So I want to find, let's see, this line goes all the way top to bottom. I'm going to grab it when it's midpoint and gives me a triangle. So I'm going to drag and draw a line across the middle of my box. Okay, and we're going to do a reflection. So I'm going to go and I'm going to grab this mirror tool, and it asks me, what objects do I want to mirror? And I want to mirror 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, those angled lines are the ones that I don't want to have to measure and mess around with anymore. So now I hit enter on the keyboard, and it says, what's the first point of my mirror line? This is the middle that I want it to flip around. So I click on this point, and I click on the other point of my middle line. And if you notice down here, they showed up. Now it's asking me one last question, so don't hit enter yet. Do I want to erase my original lines? I want to put no. And so now I have all my tabs in here, but I still have to clean up. So I'm going to hit escape a couple times. I'm going to get rid of this middle line. I don't need it anymore. And then I'm going to grab my scissors tool, and I'm going to start cleaning up. I don't need these middle lines here. I don't need these lines here. I'm going to trim out my tab just like we're doing with sheet metal. I'm going to get rid of this box here, and I'm going to come over here and clean this up as well. Okay. So if you have that, this is our finished box. That's as far as we have to go in the drawing. What we're going to do is come back in one more video and do our dimensions, because a drawing by itself isn't any good without knowing what the measurements are going to be if we're going to print this and have somebody else duplicate it and build this project for us. So we're going to stop this video, and we will come back in the last one with our dimensioning and showing how to turn this in. Thanks for joining me in this part of the build, and we'll see you then.